Today's gonna be a little short, sweet, but we're gonna do something fun. So, this is gonna be episode one. We're gonna start a docu-diary, and we're gonna video it. It's gonna be in depth. I'm gonna get to my client in a second. I got about 20 minutes before I have to leave on time. All right, so cool, guys. What's up? This is the Gym Warriors retro t-shirt. I still have some in 2XL in this color. If you're interested in getting one, they're only 25 bucks. You can buy them on the website. Hopefully you get a link to you in the description where you can just click it and buy them. We have a new website, officialgymwarriors.com. It's officialgymwarriors.com. It's the new website. And you can buy all kinds of stuff. So just to touch up on last week. So last week we did a raffle. That raffle had 8 prizes. Today we'll ship out John Labori, who won the consolation prizes, 2 of them. I'll call Derek and get him. Emily will get her creatine. We already gave Donna hers. We already gave George his. Who's the other person? The other person won the creatine. Oh, Derek won the other creatine. So all the Danielle's gonna get her $100. But we'll figure that out. Sweet. So all the prizes pretty much gonna be given out today. We'll finish that. We're gonna give the last person who won used $100 of his gift card. He's gonna use $20 more of his gift card tonight. I'm gonna drop off an app machine thing that I have. So what I do have, right here. Check out this hat too. I got this hat. Oh man, where was I? When I went to Canada. When I went to Canada, it's a pretty cool hat. I went to this pretty good gym. Actually, it was a really good gym. That had a lot of good equipment, but the largest personal trainer I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. Ever. I don't think you could get bigger. It was a woman. She was obese to the point where, the people you see in the grocery store driving the go-kart thing, she was bigger than them. This girl was huge. Very nice. But I've never seen anything like that in my life. Okay, so these are elite abdominal pads. I'm selling these for 20 bucks. I have I think 3 more I'm gonna sell. I mean, I need to keep one for myself. They're unbelievably good. You just have to know how to use it. So you basically put it under you when you go to do crunches, and it makes it so you have torque, and it increases the resistance by giving you a better squeeze. So each rep that you get, it's like doing 10 to 20 more crunches. So it's unbelievably good. I really do recommend it. And for 20 bucks to add it to your arsenal, even if you just put it in your car and bring it to the gym with you, or if you have a home gym and you want to add something that's small and sit in the corner and actually works, that thing's actually pretty good, believe it or not. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody. This thing only costs 20 bucks. You can get them off of me. Like I said, I think I have 3 more I can sell. So I'm keeping one for myself. And you can buy them online. They're 30 something bucks online. Again, I'm selling it for 20 bucks, and I got 3 of them left after I give Brian his. That one is mine, keep it. So that's one thing I wanted to just tell people about. I don't put my name on anything or give anyone any type of paid. I don't get paid to say anything about products. If I say a product because I actually like it, and I've always been like that. That's why I turned down a lot of sponsorships in the past. I own my own supplement company. Doesn't mean that I don't take other people's supplements if they're good. Like I'll use EAS HMB, and I'll use buffered vitamin C by I have allergies, so like the allergy research group is good for vitamin C. I take this chromium because it has the least amount of filler. I mean, these are tiny. You can't see that, right? So you want to look at that type of thing because filler is what will kill your gut. You can take vitamin D. This is Integrative Therapeutics. We used to sell this company until they became stupid because they make you sell their price. It's a free country. And then I got grass-fed beef liver. Stuff's okay. Pretty much it. This stuff that I'm gonna take, I got this for free. Jamaica dogwood. I actually don't even know what that's for. But you go to so many supplement stores, they just give you stuff sometimes. Beef liver is good to take. Don't follow the recommended dose. It's absolutely absurdly stupid. You want like 1 pill a day. That's it. But it just gives you extra B vitamins that are bioavailable. They're straight from the beef and the liver. And it gives you some other things that are good for your gut health. Just other products. And CalMag, obviously, which I have over here. I take this. CalMag. You can pretty much buy all this stuff on Amazon. And none of it's really expensive. The allergen stuff you can't get on Amazon. CalMag you used to be able to get. Still might be able to get. I know you can get HMB beef liver on Amazon. But the other stuff, pretty easy. And all inexpensive. So these are just supplements that I personally take on top of taking my products. So I take PDG Labs Cal Test. I'll take PDG Labs, the Fat Burner, which is carnitine gel. I prefer the gel over lemonade. And I will take the glutamine, the branch chains. I don't use the multi unless I'm getting sick. Then I'll use the liquid multi. I can't afford to take my own pills because the multi-packs, I can only make so many and they sell out pretty much. I think I only have 60. Yeah, I got 60 right here. Should we just go out to you? But literally, I had 180 last week. That's full 60. But I use companies like that allergy company to get all organic so that we offer something that almost anyone can take. You don't have to worry about allergies. Same with the liquid. The liquid multi is from a lot of vegetables and like orange peels and stuff like that. It's where they get it derived. So it's all good products. I just don't need to take a million different things because I take enough. And I've been doing this long enough where when I did the 2006 Nationals, I think I was on 49 different supplements. Because I did that, and I wanted to do it 100% natural. I wanted to see if I could place in the top 15 at the NPC Nationals without ever taking a performance enhancer. I basically just took a lot of branch chains, a lot of aminos, a lot of glutamine, a ton of protein powder. At that time, protein powder was good. All this stuff basically, but like every vitamin individually. I don't know if you've seen Ronnie Coleman do it, but he took every vitamin individually. And I did that. I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and look at like all the books the writings that I was doing when I was training to tell you exactly what supplements, but none of these supplements exist anymore. All these companies they're either bought out by another company or they are just trash now. Back then, I did use pre-workout also, so I was on pre-workout. I did notice that caffeine would make me retain water, which is so strange because it does the opposite for most people. But so I stopped drinking caffeine. In the lower body, it would make you retain water. So you can take. Oh, I took your Ham BHCL back then as the fat burner. Tons of carnitine. Back then, we had Twin Lab, which Twin Lab made a gel. You would drink the whole bottle in like 3 days, but they were only $15 back then. You can get a whole bottle of mine for about $55, and it lasts a long time. I mean, I've been using it for 3 weeks. I still have plenty because you're not taking a lot at once. In TRT clinics now, because they know how good carnitine works, because you need a high dose of carnitine for it to actually burn fat. There's no side effects. It really doesn't. Unless you're going to take, it's amino acids, your body's just going to get rid of it. But if you're going to take massive amounts, like 10,000 grams of it, then maybe you're going to get side effects. But who the hell is going to sit there and chew an entire bottle of carnitine to think you're going to look good the next day? That's ridiculous. And I even think that would be only 5 grams for most of the TRT clinics that offer it. But why are you injecting L-carnitine when you can just buy it in a gel? Why are you putting more holes in your body? The more times that people inject things into their skin and into their body, the weaker you make the skin, the weaker you make the muscle tissue because you create scar tissue. So you're causing more issues by injecting more things. This isn't, you're not a petri dish. This isn't an experiment. It's an experiment to an extent where you need to find out what works best for your specific body. But by injecting like things that can just be taken orally that work the same orally is just absolutely stupidity. And it's just for TRT clinics to just make more money on you. When you can just buy a product that is much better. And the reason why the L-carnitines don't work from other companies is because they're full of filler to make them taste good, and they're complete junk. So that is the reason why fat burners have a bad rap. You need to understand there's different companies for a reason. My company is based on organic supplementation to get the best quality product so that you absorb it to the best ability. The rest of these companies are literally their number one priority is profit. I make $5 on multivitamins. In fact, I lose money on some of the multis because I have people who I locked in at $60 years ago. And I really can't make them for that anymore. They're just too expensive. Literally one ingredient's $36. So if one pill that goes out of 4 pills is $36 to make a bag, it's expensive. Like I said, I can't afford to take it myself. So you have to have overlap. It's the same with the protein. The protein powder has become so expensive that I literally don't make money on protein powder. These are just necessities that you have to have. And most supplement companies don't have high margins on protein powder. They can't just give protein powder away. If they're giving protein powder away and they didn't just win the lottery, that's suspicious that either there's something wrong with the protein or the protein is crap. And it's hard to find protein that's crap because just the price of milk is so high for milk protein-based supplements. It would have to be like a soy-based or pea protein that those have so much filler and they have so many bad ingredients, including plastics, because they have to bind the pea protein to make it into a complete protein, which they try to do, and it's just absolute trash. You don't have to understand fully chemistry to understand cooking. So when you cook an egg, it turns white, right? The reason why it's turning white is the amino acids in the egg, when they're in liquid form, they're just free range. They're just completely undenatured, meaning they don't have an acid or heat to make them bond. So they're just free floating. That's why people take their take their eggs and eat them raw. This is the logic behind it. I'm not telling you to do that. I don't do that personally. I have clients who do it, but I don't do it personally. When you add heat, you denature the protein, meaning you bring down its bioavailability, meaning you bring down the absorption of that specific protein. But you're also binding the proteins, making it soluble for your stomach to then digest it and get it into your system. It's very simple to see that experiment by cooking an egg and watching it turn white. Now, I want you to understand something. When you cook the egg yolk, you are doing something different because the egg yolk contains all kinds of stuff. It contains fats, protein, vitamins, especially vitamin E and B vitamins. When you overcook an egg yolk, you are binding fat, right? So then you got to put it in your stomach, and your stomach has to debind the fat. Fat is a liquid, okay? That's what lipids are. Fat is a liquid, and when liquids turn hard, or fats get hard, they harden up. That's what sits here in your stomach. Everyone's got this, or they got fat here. You're either going to hold fat here, or you can hold fat here. It's always in this area, right? That's the cutoff. That's the last to go. So your body puts it there so it can burn it later on in case it has starvation mode or something happens. It's scared. So when you overeat, you store things in that area. When you have enough fats in that area, you start storing it in other areas, like your arms or your calf, which is really rare, or your forearm or your neck. That's when you know you're starting to have an issue. That's when you know you got a problem and you need to address it. Because if you go any further, you're going to get diabetes or you're going to get heart issues, because the more pressure you have here with fats on this area, the more pressure you're putting on your heart directly, and therefore you're causing usually blood pressure issues. So you're going to have blood pressure issues, which is, heart attack, stroke, and then you're going to have issues just in general, because that's where sleep apnea and all that stuff happens. You can even be jacked and have too much weight or muscle and cause these same diseases with the sleep apnea. Now, the guys who are getting diabetes who are jacked are usually taking insulin, or it's hereditary, but it's mainly going to be insulin. Because if you take insulin, which is super dangerous and I think it's super stupid, and you're basically putting yourself at a risk that you don't even need to go. You can do all kinds of things with your body's natural insulin by eating and specific things and ways to eat. But people want an easy way out, and it's really not an easy way out. Ask Ryan Coleman, almost killed himself on a plane doing insulin. I do not suggest anyone does that. It is 10:21, and I definitely need to go to work and answer these text messages that are coming in. So we will touch on a few more things. I just wanted to hit a small video before I get ready and before I start the day. We're going to start new on this, and we're going to present a video every couple days. So that's it. Have a good one.
My bush. All right. So this will be part of the video that I videotaped this morning. Whew. Oh shit. I am feeling strange today, folks. Strange. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know if it's my tooth, if I have, if that thing in my tooth broke and I have an infection, or what. Or if it's just, who knows. But I can tell you this. I went for a walk today. Like a normal walk. Should have taken me like 30, 40 minutes. And I don't know, I think it took an hour, but my legs were literally, I had no problem breathing, no problem doing the walk, Didn't feel like I was like tired enough. My legs were like atrophied. The best way to explain it, like after the day after leg day when you can barely walk, it felt like I just had done 1,000 reps. I don't know what the hell it was. I've never experienced that other than working out. And I was just walking. I don't know if I'm not used to it. I do cardio every day. I do elliptical. I just don't understand. That's weird. But anyways, when I got back, I went to sleep for an hour, which is cool to be able to do that. But I feel like you would when you wake up from sleep. A little tired, but weird. My legs don't feel as bad, but they still feel like, hard to explain it. They feel small, and they don't feel like normal. Like they don't feel strong. Weird feeling, but, and I don't know. I had a massage on Friday. I don't know. Weird. Hard to explain. It's actually impossible to explain. Think about it. It's the weirdest feeling. I don't feel like I'm tired. I feel like I'm groggy kind of, but I also feel like, I don't know. My strength is fine. I don't know. But I keep getting cramps. I am getting cramps, and I drank. If you look at your pee and it's clear, it means you're good. I'm definitely good with water. Maybe I don't have enough sodium. I should be good on sodium, though. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm not. I'm not sure. I'll have something with sodium after I do this workout. Like a high sodium, just in case it's that. I'm not sure what it is though. Real weird. Almost like if you're drugged. But if I do end up passing out or dying, I know that if my tooth gets infected, it can go to your brain and kill you. But my tooth don't hurt at all. So, like, I can bite down on it, I can feel it, but it's not like I'm cringing. I don't know how to explain. Maybe it's just the weather change and the time change. I didn't get good sleep on Saturday. And I had broken sleep last night. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to teach you something. Just in case I do die, at least I taught you something. We'll get this on YouTube. And TikTok. Or the 50s. I'm going to show you the difference between contracting and just moving weight. A lot of people don't understand the difference. And I'll rewrite this article. And get it up on Muscle Sports so you guys can read this. It'd be the most important article you ever read for how to lift weights correctly. And I highly suggest if you do watch this, you want personal training, I highly suggest you hire me. If you're online and you're far away, you do online training, and if you're close by, then we can get you in here. Granted, if I'm alive. So, let me teach you something real quick. Most people that move weight. So, I'm moving weight. And I'm contracting weight. Big difference. You probably can't tell. Oh, it's about how you lift. Oh, wait. Literally. That's what everything comes down to. It comes down to the way that you move the weight through space. You can move weight just to move weight. You're still moving weight, you're getting some type of contraction. But there is other ways to get the most contraction, and that is contraction at the beginning and end, going through your negative point, getting full contraction. That is the best part of lifting. That's what gives you that deep, full pump. That's what you're trying to seek. You're in the quest, right? If we're going to look at this mythologically, even though this is the realistic, this is how you should be lifting. This is the realistic way of approaching lifting. You are on a quest for a pump. That's it, man. You're on a quest to get the best pump, the goodest pump you can possibly get. You want to contract the most muscle tissue for whatever muscles that you're training at the given point. When you're doing so, you need full contraction over a specific amount of time and a specific distance. To get full contraction, just by you thinking that you can teach yourself, is almost impossible, because you technically need someone when you're starting out to put physical pressure on the specific body part to get the mind-body connection, or else you can't connect because you don't have enough tissue. So there's all these things, like, dude, there's so much information that you have no clue, because none of these people ever talk about this stuff. The only person that even talks about this stuff is dudes like Mike Mentzer and people like that. And you can read all this, but they're dead. There's no more information. They're dead. And, you know, Dorian Yates followed his principles. Dorian Yates was a great bodybuilder. He was a mass monster, right? He didn't do aesthetic type of training. He doesn't know how to slim your waist. He doesn't know that type of training. He's a massive mass monster. That's what he built. And did high intensity. So there's all types of things you have to do if you want to be aesthetic looking. Plus, you need to put on muscle mass. The thickness of the muscle is the mass of the muscle, the thickness. That's what makes you huge from the side. That's what makes you take up space when you turn. If you notice, if you want to know why Dorian Yates won Mr. Olympia in 92 and 93 and 94, it's not from the front or the back. Well, it's definitely from the back, but it's not specifically from just the front and back. It's when he turned to the side. Because when you see Flex Wheeler, who has the great, like 93, greatest body maybe in history of bodybuilding, competing against Dorian, when you turn to the side, he looks small. He looks skinny in some of the poses. It's because of that lack of muscle maturity, lack of the mass thickness. Now, Flex had sick thickness through his delts, and he had thickness through his upper back and tiny waist. You know, he had dimensions that made him, well, who he was. You know, he was basically the second best bodybuilder. Could have been Mr. Olympia. But a guy like, for instance, Sean Ray, no thickness from the side. He was just an immaculate poser. So he was using the mythology aspect called illusion of bodybuilding. So he used the illusion to make himself appear to be somewhat thick. But when they put him in the middle of Nasser and Dorian in 94 and in 96, I believe was it 96? In 96 and 97, I think it was 97, he disappeared. He slipped back in placings. In, I believe, 97, I think he got 4th or 5th. So, and when they put him next to Paul Dillette, who couldn't pose for shit because he always had cramps, he would just cramp up. Paul Dillette was the biggest guy on stage. No one even close. The dude's almost 300 pounds on stage, absolutely dry and shredded, but he could not flex his back. I think it wasn't until 96 where he even had it back. So one of the best fronts ever built, and then his backside was amazing, but couldn't pose. That's literally a really important thing, posing. But anyways, we're gonna get back to the concept. So to get through to that muscle connection, when you're a beginner, you have no muscle connection because you barely have any muscle tissue. What you do have is a tendon, hopefully, and a muscle belly without anything else. That's pretty much what you got when you start off. You need to build that stuff up. When I started, I had nothing. I mean, I was skinny. I was 130 pounds. So You know, when you're 5'10", 130 pounds, you're skinny, super skinny. So you got to put on mass. It took forever to get mass. I always would turn from the side, and obviously I would not look that big, but I was lean, so you could see all the muscle. But again, it's the same type of thing. So I had to learn how to pose to make that illusion until you get the mass when you get older. But anyways, the point of this is to get the muscle connection. So I'm going to do one more set of muscle connection to get a full contraction. Hopefully we don't die. So we'll see how this goes. This is not crazy, but it's heavy enough. That's it. All right. That was a good round. That was good muscle contraction. So, when you're getting full contraction, you're really punishing the muscle, which means you don't have to do as many sets. Or you don't have to do as many exercises. You see, I'm out of breath. And that's because my breathing technique is going with the contraction. You may learn from watching. Most people ain't ever going to be able to do it. First, from watching, you need someone to teach you. You need someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. Unfortunately, 99.99% of even people who know what the fuck they're doing don't know how to teach it. It's a huge difference between being a real teacher and trainer who knows how to coach you and teach you versus a jack dude you met at the gym who just teaches you how to lift. They're two different things, guys. This is where the concepts you don't understand. This is why you need coaching. That's why every pro has a coach. Why would they have coaches? Why do you think you don't? So that's my point. So you want to take it to even just the basic levels of being healthy and learning something. You get coaching, you get training, you learn. You get better coaches, better trainers, you learn more. You get better and better, and you keep on getting better coaching, and you get better results. And that's kind of what happens. It's like a pyramid. You start very at the bottom. You really don't know what the hell you're doing. And you just go up. And you're going to come back down here and there, but you try to just keep going as high as you can, and you need to get quality. So as you get higher on the pyramid, right, you need to have better quality foods. You need to have better quality training. You need to have better quality posing. You need to have better quality sleep. And as you get there, this is why some people they stay at a level. 99.9% of you are going to go back down a couple levels. Because let's be honest here, no one can get perfect sleep all the time. Sometimes you're going to go out and party. Sometimes people drink. Sometimes you have bad food. You can't just climb the ladder. You're not a machine. So you got to go up and down. Plus, you're going to get injuries, setbacks, and things that happen. It's life. You just got to realize it happens to everyone. You're not, no one's picking on you. Life doesn't just pick on you. Life attacks everybody. Even if you think someone's got it great, it's not the facts, Jack. So that's our knowledge for today. Wow, that's some nutty hair. That's the knowledge for today. I'll add this morning's video. We'll boot those together, and then we'll show you this video, and I'll write the article, and that will be up on also Sports Mag. Check it out. Later, guys.